Okay, we're back. What we're doing right now is I need to figure out where the ears are going to be. So the ears are going to be kind of right here, alright, and right here. So I'm going to be careful about cutting that out yet. So it's got to come, the face has to come in a little further, but here's our center point right in the center. And we're just going to make kind of a, make sure that that doesn't get cut out there. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take our knife and I'm going to go in a little ways at an angle, just like so. And I'm just going to chop part of that out. We'll round that up a little bit later. Okay, just like so. And same thing over here. We're going to go about the same distance from the center. Take our knife and point it towards the outside, okay, towards the side of the face. And we're just going to chop this out a little bit, just like so. Okay, just like that. Alright, now up here, we're going to try to figure out where the ears are. So there's a little indentation that you'll see up here. Okay, if I can get these chips away from the back, you can see a little bit better. That's the back of the ear. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take a slice and we're going to slice it up like so on both sides. Okay. Alright. So now we've got to figure out where they are going to be out front, which they're not going to be real distinctive, but what we're going to do, we're going to do this at an angle. Okay, see where it's straight across, but we want the ears to be, oh, let me think here. We want the ears to be this way a little bit, okay? So, what we want to do is we want to cut it at an angle from this side, just like so. Okay, just cut it at an angle. And do the same thing with the other side. Cut it at an angle. I'm sorry, cut it at an angle like so. Alright. We're gonna, let me get another knife that's a little bit sharper. Alright. There we go. Nothing's more frustrating to me than a knife that doesn't work right. You know? So what we're going to do down here, we're going to just start cutting it in. We're going to start with the body too. We're going to start blending this together in the center there. Just kind of rounding that off. Okay, we're going to do the same thing with the back. We're going to try to meet the head with the body. We're just going to trim that off a little bit. Just like so. Okay. We're going to go in there a little bit. Sorry folks if I don't have it in the camera all the time. I get carried away with trying to carve what I want and I kind of forget about that. Okay. And then we're going to trim this off right here. Alright. Alright. Now we're going to trim this off back here. Alright, so see how we have it shaping up just a little bit. I know he's way too wide. That's okay. We can trim things off later. We're going to go from the bottom, from the body. Again, we're going to work it up towards that center line. I'm just going to trim this off right there, going across, and then I'm going to go from the front. And I can take this whole section off because it's going to come off anyway. Alright, I'm going to take this off here. Okay, we're not rounding the head off quite yet. Okay, just going to round this out a little bit. So you see it's shaping up a little bit, but it's still way too wide. So what we're going to do is we're going to continue cutting in from the head and matching it with the body, just like so, where that line is. Alright, we're just going to go in a little bit deeper. That's fine. As long as you try to make both sides match. That's so important. Okay, just like so. Alright. You gotta do the same thing over here. It's okay to chop some of this out because that's going to go anyway, but you don't want to go too far. What I did was I put a line right here, okay, where our heart's going to be. Alright, so, you know, or you can make it a little bit bigger too, it's fine, but you just want to make sure you don't cut out all of that. We'll cut that out in a second here. So we're going to take our knife, we're going to go up there, and we're going to chop some more of this off. This is a nice little beginner's project. It's not difficult. It's just learning to look at it and taking off what needs to be taken off. And, you know, you'll get an eye for that as you continue to carve. You'll see things are too square. Where you won't see that if you're first carving, you're going to be afraid to take too much off. And that's usually the fear for a lot of people, that, you know, that you'll take too much off. Okay, so we're going to just kind of match that angle now. Alright, we're going to do the same thing over here. We're going to cut that angle a little bit along with that there. We're just going to take that little corner out. Okay, I'm going to try to keep his ears going here. Alright, and we're running out of time, so I'll be right back.